here from CNR Reviews. Going to be doing a quick first impression video on the Kimber Ultra Carry 2 45 ACP. This thing's got a 3-inch barrel on it. It's actually a 3-inch bull barrel. You guys can see that there. So, comes from the factory here with a 7-round mag. You can actually pick up some Kimber mags. These are officer mags, and I picked up an extra one at Sportco down in Fife for about 20 bucks. So let's get started here. Always comes with the big gigantic Kimber case. Not really sure what the hell they were thinking there, but yeah. So
if you want to buy 30
bucks. It's a nice case. Felt lined. Of course, here's the original grips that came on it. I decided to put some hoe grubber on there with the finger grooves, and that seemed to help me control it a little bit better when I was out at the range for the first time. So, all right, comes this little blue bag. It's got your operational manual here. Really don't need it unless you're an idiot. Yeah, comes with this Kimber cable lock. I would get a trigger lock. I hate cable locks. They put a lot of tension on your recoil spring in the front here, so I normally don't use them. So anyway, oh yeah, the last thing that it comes with is this little paper clip thing. And what this is a takedown tool for this. Now Kimber, when they designed this pistol, they decided to give it a whole different kind of recoil spring system. And it's to help recoil on this thing, of where this recoil is about the same as a full-size 5-inch 45 ACP. It's a little bit more than that, I'll tell you that right now. My full-size Kimber versus this thing kicks a little bit harder. Chad doesn't like it at all. Me, it's manageable. After the first time to the range, got pretty good groups out of it. I was amazed by the accuracy of it, and the recoil wasn't that bad. So, but anyway, let's get back to the, there's this little hole there. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's really, really tiny. It's made for this little tool. What you're supposed to do is put this in there, and it's supposed to get it entirely centered and let the slide go forward and take the gun down that way. If you've never owned a 1911 before and you want to take it down with this, yeah, go ahead and take it down with this. If you have owned one, you don't need this, really. It's actually pretty simple. So I'm going to actually just really quickly take this down for you guys. I'm going to kind of, okay, if you kind of have it where it can stop, just let it kind of slide until that pin over here is, there it goes. There's the pin. Pull the gun, or pull the slide off there. Now what you do is you just you can kind of take hold of this spring here, and you can pop it up, and it'll sit on top of this right here. This is actually, this little hole is where this pin fits in, this slide release pin. So, and then what you do is you can just kind of, I push forward on it, and just kind of pull it out, and just kind of push forward a little bit on it and pull it out like this, and it just comes right out. And then you can take this little bushing out here, and then knock that forward, slide your barrel out. Ta-da! It's all apart. There's the barrel. There's Chad showing you guys the barrel. It has some interesting little cuts and strategic, I guess, grinding on it. So I'm not really sure what that does, but it performed really, really well for such a small barrel. I was getting, at about 7 yards, I was getting about a 2-inch grouping. And at 15 yards, I was getting about a 4 to 5 inch grouping out of it. And for 45 ACP, that was better than my 380. I mean, it blew me away. It was so accurate.
There is a question though on the finish of that barrel. It doesn't look like the finish is the greatest finish, and we've heard other comments about that. I don't know if you guys could actually see that in the video.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it already kind of looks like it's starting to darken a little bit, and it's like, you really have to keep these things oiled. After I'm done cleaning, I put the gun all the way back together. I really, I drop a couple drops of oil, especially on this 45 ACP part right here, and I just let it kind of sit for a while. Make sure that it coats and soaks in really, really well, because otherwise you're going to get some corrosion on that. I'm going to try to put it back together without the tool here. The tool does come in handy when you're trying to put it back together, but we're going to see if I can do it here without it. There's that locked in. Make sure you put your bushing in correctly. There's this little design thing. Well, sorry, that was off the screen. There's this little arch there that needs to go on top of the barrel, or underneath the barrel, I'm sorry. Just like that. Now, there's some guys on here that are saying that the end of your spring here should be at about the 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock position. You can turn it like that. I have it about the 5 o'clock position, and it came from the factory that way, so it's kind of, it's helped out, I guess. So I'm going to just pop this in here. Pop that little guy forward. Make sure that this is sitting forward. That little, that part that you can push up. Make sure that it's sitting forward a little bit. So you can put it back on your frame here. Whoops. What's going on here? Yeah, you really got to make sure that that's pressed down also, this guide here. See, there we go. Oops. So then what you want to do is, with the Kimber, you kind of want to make sure that your slide release is a little bit lower than your area right here, or your little cutout area, because you kind of push it up and in. So I'm going to get my, come on baby, there we go. So it's got a nice thumb safety on it, beaver tail safety as well. There's your thumb safety, beaver tail safety. The trigger is awesome. It's actually better than my my full-size 5-inch Kimber. It's a lot more crisp, so we'll see how that does in the long run. But yeah, my first impressions of it, definitely worth the $750 that I spent for it. And just for the peace of mind of having a little bit more firepower out there, if somebody tries to mug you or carjack you or whatever, so you come to your house, somebody's in your house, just that little bit more. I mean, you're going to be shooting them with one of these bad boys, and they're not going to be happy. So anyway, this is Ryan again from CNR Reviews, and this is the Kimber 45 ACP Ultra Carry 2. Thanks a bunch.